Good morning, family. James Rule, XRP. I have so many tabs open. I have so much incredible news to cover with you today. We're going to look at Morgan Stanley. Something has just been released, and the news is going to knock your socks off, people. I tell you what, in the past 8 years, I have been in this space for over 8 years now. And all of the FUD, all of the news sources have been throwing all of this garbage out there, and they're finally coming to the realization that we know what's right and we know what's wrong, and they're finally starting to get it right. They still need some tweaking. They still need to do some things, but they're starting to get the real news out there, because that's what we want. When you're investing in blockchain and crypto and you're putting a lot of money into it, you want facts. You don't want to see the FUD where people are saying, no, you don't need to buy this. It's garbage. If you get this, you're going to lose all your money. Well, when you do your research and you start figuring out what's really going on behind closed doors, you start to scoop up a little bit more. So today is Friday, October 10th, 2025. Get excited. We have some exciting news to cover. This video may cover roughly 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes. I have a lot of things to tear down, but I'm so excited to be a part of this community. We're going to go ahead and get after it. And we're going to start off with this incredible news. One of my sponsors, one of my main sponsors, iTrustCapital, surpasses $15 billion in crypto transactions, people. It says iTrustCapital, a leading fintech software platform for alternative assets, announced that it has surpassed $15 billion in total crypto transaction volume. This milestone represents a 50% increase in volume since 2024, highlighting the company's rapid growth and continued leadership in the crypto space. I'm so happy for this community. So many of my friends, so many of my family members have opened up an IRA or a premium custody account, and they're so excited. And I'm just so excited for iTrustCapital. It says most recently in 2025, iTrust was again recognized as the best cryptocurrency website by the Web Awards and received the Stevie Award for achievements in customer experience. The company was also named one of the 10 most innovative companies of the year by Business Honor and recognized as the top crypto IRA retirement platform by Financial Services Review. This week, iTrustCapital was again honored with the Impact Award for Digital Currency Company of the Year, people. I tell you what, iTrustCapital, I have a splash screen. If you click on it, if you sign up, if you use the promo code RULE7, you're going to get a $100 funding bonus. Look, if you open up a Roth IRA in the United States, you can contribute up to $7,000 a year in a Roth. What is a Roth? Roth is taxable income that is put into your IRA. Say, for instance, you invest in XRP and Bitcoin and Ethereum, and when you turn 59 and a half, that $7,000 or however much you initially put into it is now $1 million or $2 million or $10 million or $1 billion. Whenever you go to pull that out at 59 and a half in a Roth, you pay zero taxes, people. I have an IRA and I have a premium custody account. And I'll tell you what, it's institutional grade custody, people. Everything is safe in iTrustCapital. It's free to sign up. There's no monthly fees. There is a minimal charge to convert to crypto, convert to cash. Check it out. Tell them James Rule XRP sent you by. And congratulations again to iTrustCapital. Let's move on. Total crypto market cap, $4.24 trillion. Bitcoin has dipped down to $121,000. Ethereum is around $4,300. And if we go down to XRP, we're hanging around $2.82. Like I stated a couple of days ago, I'm out of dip money. I've spent just about all I can on XRP under the $3 threshold. And now I'm riding those waves and I'm ready for things to happen, because things are going to happen and you're going to be very excited. So here is the major news that just came out about an hour ago. And we're going to look it over and we're going to get excited. So you've all heard of Morgan Stanley. Financial advisors, clients, advisors, all this stuff. I said, buckle the F up. And you know what the F is. Starting October 15th, the day after my birthday, next Wednesday, advisors will be able to pitch crypto funds to any client. Previously, the option was limited to those with an aggressive risk tolerance and at least $1.5 million in assets. So before, the advisors could only mess with accredited investors. Now they have opened the door. It says they've dropped restrictions on which clients can own crypto funds. And in the article, I highlighted this, and this is huge. It says, over the past 2 decades, Morgan Stanley has become an industry juggernaut, amassing $8.2 trillion in client assets across its wealth and investment management operations. And in recent years, the bank has repeatedly shown it's keen to defend its position amid the rise of platforms including Coinbase and Robinhood. So $8.2 trillion, people. Can you see $8.2 trillion coming into this $4 trillion market cap? That'll bump us up to about 12 trillion. Here's the article. It came out on CNBC not too long ago, today. And it is really exciting to tear this down because they're all of a sudden having this aha moment. The individuals out there are demanding these advisors to let them invest in crypto, or they're going to go down the road and they're going to invest somewhere else. Your local CPA, your local financial advisor in Southeast Texas, in Alabama, in California, in New York, wherever, if they don't bow down to cryptocurrency and digital assets, you're going to move on. You're going to go to somewhere else. So all of these financial advisors are starting to see the news. They're going to see this today and they're going to say, oh, damn. I better start researching my crypto. I know James Rule knows about XRP and Bitcoin. Man, I need to start watching more of his videos because my clients that are currently watching all these videos are going to be asking, where can I get XRP, buddy? Hey, buddy, you've been managing my funds for 20 years now. I now want to get into crypto. How am I going to do it? Let's move on, people. Get excited. So I bit the bullet. I jumped in the rabbit hole. I downloaded the Sora app yesterday. It is an AI generation video making piece of AI software, which is kind of scary, but it's kind of fun at the same time. And I got 4 little video snippets here I want to show you that I created yesterday, and everybody got a kick out of it. Now, if you don't know who Mr. Rogers is, he started back, I think, in the 60s or 70s. He catered to children, kind of like Captain Kangaroo. If you're my age, you know who Captain Kangaroo is. But here's Mr. Rogers, and it is an AI-generated little 10-second video clip. Watch this.
You see this little coin? It's called an XRP token. I think this is going to be fun, kids. Buckle up.
Buckle up. That sounded just like him, too. Here's another one. Okay, so in the future, in the very near future, you're going to be able to buy a mansion with 100 XRP, baby. Watch this little clip.
I still can't believe it's only 100 XRP.
I know. Feels like there has to be a catch.
Look at the size of those doors. This place is huge.
And it's beautiful. Imagine waking up with that balcony.
Let's see if it's real.
100 XRP for this mansion. And in Texas, it's probably $2 million house. So $2 million divided by 100 is how much per XRP? Do the math, people. Okay, so this guy, I had him create a guy with an X, and it's kind of, the AI screwed up the XRP logo. But I said, create a guy with an XRP logo walking into a Lamborghini dealership, and look at what he does.
How you doing?
I'm great. Welcome in.
I'll take all of them.
All of them?
Every single one. Thanks, XRP.
He walks in and says, I'll take all of them. And the salesman goes, all of them? Yeah, thanks, XRP. I mean, it's so fun. And finally, the one I got the most traffic on, eventually you're going to be able to walk into a Walmart and you're going to have an app on your phone where you're going to be able to directly pay for things with crypto, whether it be a stable coin, whether it be XRP or whatever. Check out this clip right here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. It's a 10-second clip, but I got a lot of positive feedback on this one. Watch this.
Do you accept XRP? That's all I have in my wallet.
Yeah, we take it. Just happy when it lights up.
And AI's kind of funky. You know, it's got her scanning this, pepper with her phone, and I don't know what she's scanning, but, think about it. Do you accept XRP? Everywhere I go now, when I go to a restaurant or a bar or a grocery store or wherever, or a clothing store, I ask the lady at the counter, or the guy at the counter, hey, do y'all accept XRP? And they're like, what is that, a new credit card? Or, then that kind of opens up conversation. I'll give them my business card. But yeah, it's coming. This is not a real video, but it gives you an idea, and it kind of opens up your mind to the possibilities of what's going to happen. So yesterday I had a meeting. I had a Zoom meeting with the crew at Soil. And Soil is creating, on top of the XRP ledger, a way to earn yield on your RLUSD tokens. It's coming up mid-November. I can't talk about much because we went into detail yesterday. Look, they got this out yesterday. The stablecoin market just crossed the $300 billion threshold, and it's up 57% year on year. Yet yield-bearing stablecoins are forbidden by the Genius Act. Well, that's where Sol comes in with the compliant stablecoin yield. Institutional DeFi is growing, and we're leading the way. This is at Soil_form. Follow them on X. There is more to come. Stay tuned. Making money on top of your crypto. Here's another one for you. Fidelity's crypto holdings climbs by $3 billion in Q3 2025. Finbold reports. And right here it says, thanks for sharing, James. This is the editor-in-chief at Finbold. And if we look here, here's one I'm going to read for you. Why Citi believes blockchain is here to stay on Wall Street. And this guy with Citi, his name is Artem Kornyuk. He's digital assets at Citi. Look, he's previously at the DTCC. He was previously at the DTCC, people. And here's the article. It's from Fortune Crypto by Leo Schwartz, senior writer, why Citi believes, and we're talking about Citibank. We're talking about JP Morgan Citi. Believes blockchain is here to stay on Wall Street. I'm going to read it real quick. It's an awesome article because it talks about the history of crypto. It talks about where we're at today and where we're going. So when Satoshi Nakamoto introduced Bitcoin to the world in 2008, the pseudonymous coder envisioned his decentralized currency as a reaction to the financial crisis that had paralyzed the global economy. But nearly 2 decades later, the once renegade crypto industry has become increasingly intertwined with Wall Street. On the latest episode of Fortune's Crypto Playbook, which you can play on Spotify, Citi's head of enterprise digital assets, Artem Kornyuk, says that there's increasing synergy between the two sectors. After the Wild West early days of crypto, Wall Street became increasingly interested in digital assets as Bitcoin's price rose into the hundreds and then thousands of dollars. As other blockchains like Ethereum offered the promise of decentralized financial applications such as lending and payments that could reduce the frictions of the legacy systems. But many early pilots, such as the R3 Blockchain Consortium formed in 2015 among financial firms such as Goldman Sachs and Santander, never gained any traction amid regulatory uncertainty and the ups and downs of the volatile industry. And we went through that with XRP and Ripple for the past 5 years. But with the Trump administration's embrace of crypto and the passage of the Genius Act in July of this year, which established regulation for stablecoins, Kornyuk says it's time. This time it's different. Blockchain is here to stay, he tells Fortune. The question, he added, is how it will be used. Citi has long been a pioneer in the space, including through its Citi Token Services program, which used a private blockchain to facilitate 24/7 payments between institutional Citi customers. While this is more limited use case, especially because it doesn't utilize the permissionless and decentralized innovations of Bitcoin, Kornyuk says it proves that crypto's distributed ledger technology can change payment rails through programmability. For example, financial markets have separate systems for different types of assets, such as cash, securities, and debt, while tokens and smart contracts on blockchains follow the same architecture, creating economies of scale and efficiencies. Whether banks like Citi will start using blockchain blockchain is more widespread ways that impact everyday customers is another matter. Some have begun experimenting with tokenizing different types of financial instruments, such as money market funds, or issuing them on the blockchain. And institutions have also explored launching their own stable coins in the wake of the Genius Act. Cornyuk, hope I'm pronouncing that right. Cornyuk says that work by the Securities and Exchange Commission to create new regulatory frameworks for crypto has allowed Wall Street to explore new types of applications, especially around tokenized stocks. We're certainly paying close attention to it, he says. And I'm going to leave a copy of everything we talk about in the description of this video below so that you may go down and tear it up yourself. Grant Cardone, he's the big real estate guru, gold, real estate, and Bitcoin. He's a Bitcoin maxi. Well, he asked this question yesterday, and I'm so proud of the XRP army, the XRP community, the crypto community on social media. He said, gold, real estate, or Bitcoin? And everybody answered, XRP, Zach Rector, XRP, status, XRP. Lock in when you're ready. My Liquidity, Peter B, and then you got XRP, and then you got XRP, and everybody says not Bitcoin. So, sorry, Grant Cardone. I hope you're packing your bags with a little bit of XRP on the side. So, digital asset investor, my buddy, digital asset investor. I got to meet him at Las Vegas, XRP Las Vegas. We took selfies together and all that good stuff. Check this out. All hail the technocracy. Wired magazine, and there's a clock up here in the wall, and there's an old picture I'm going to show you here in a second, but they put all these major players, Trump and all the crypto gurus and the Facebooks and the Amazons and, you know, the Feds and all that stuff together here playing poker, but the clock says 23:58. It's 11:58 p.m. I said, it's almost midnight. Does this mean we're almost there, people? This is Wired Politics. And letter from the editor. It talks about crypto. It talks about AI. But look at this picture here. And it's got all the dogs, all the dojis sitting around. Elon Musk is sliding Trump an ace. And, you know, if I go back here, I think, let's see, where's that picture at? Here it is. Here's the original picture. It was adopted by, you know, all these dogs sitting around playing poker and all that stuff. But it makes you wonder. You know, here's AI, you know, here's cameras and everything here's Apple and everything's digitized and crypto's this thing is happening a lot faster than anybody in the world would have expected. Finally, I'm going to leave you with this. And this is and every month, Dan Fisher, at Dan Fisher _XRPL, he is community relations manager at Ripple. He puts a thread out at the end of every month highlighting what happened with the XRP ledger, XRP ecosystem, and this is September 2025. I'm not going to go through it, but I'm going to leave it for you below to tear down. It goes through everything XRPL, from Zaman Wallet to people in the community to Pierce's Technologies, Crypto Eddie, all these Ripple X. It goes. Crippen Writer has some incredible threads that he puts out there on X and Ripple, and it just kind of tears down everything that has transpired and everything that has grown on a monthly basis, that gives you an understanding of how big this technology is and how big it's going to be. This puts proof in the pudding, baby. This opens up your eyes. Everybody always asks me, James, I bought XRP. What is it? Yeah, I hear about this XRP ledger, decentralized ecosystem, blah, blah. What is it? Well, if you start reading threads like this, you're going to start to understand exactly what it is, how it's working, and how it's going to change the world forever, people. Be sure to subscribe to the James Rule Crypto Show. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful weekend. And guess what, people? I told you so.